Doing some afternoon thoughts this afternoon with your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, aka Lady D. I am here to, man, embrace you guys with just some thoughts in the moment that make you just shake your head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, first off, let's start talking about this doggone weather. Here in Cali, I don't know about nowhere else right now, but here in Cali, it's been cold as heck in certain areas. This morning, it was 32, I think, degrees when I got in my car. And from what I know, when it gets that cold, it's usually snowing or something. And I mean, it was definitely chill cold, just cold. And I need me some new gloves because my hands were they were so cold that they were starting to ache, burn, feel like they were burning, like getting freezer burn or something. It was just crazy. And I hadn't even touched no snow. So anyway, it's been cold and now I'm sitting up here doing this video hoping that my camera don't get overheated because guess what? Now the sun is out. The sun is out. The sun is literally out. I don't see a breeze. I don't feel no chill. I'm like, and I want to apologize, you guys. There was a video I did before this one. I think it was on Tuesday. And it was all blurry and acting crazy. The message was great, but the video was really jacked up. It wasn't my camera. I don't know what actually was causing that. Maybe it was the area I was doing the video or what have you. I wasn't even moving. I was sitting still like now. But I'm hoping that this one will be okay. I do these videos, afternoon thoughts on my break, and just kind of chime in with you and talk about some good grown folk stuff that come to mind. The things that make you go, the weather is number one. I'm wondering if we're going to have a big earthquake or something. Out here in Cali, usually when the weather shifts like this drastically, we start getting a little worried about earthquakes. So I'm hoping that's not the case because those scare me to death. Um, Also, things that make you go, I'm thinking about, I posted a post on Facebook in regards to retirement age. And the last I heard was that retirement age where they were going to shift it to 70 years old. Now, I'm hoping that that was just talk and not facts because to work somebody until they're 70 years old is just straight cruel. You know, if you decide to work in corporate America on the job until you're 70 years old, that's a choice. I don't work very far from someone who is has to be almost 80 years old. They still working. They say they don't want to be at home because they think if they stop working and be at home that they going to die. So they've decided to keep working. Well, my thing is this: follow your passion. Start focusing in on other things that you were not able to focus in and do when you were working at 9 to 5. That's your downtime, but not at 70 years old. Um, I thought 67 was ridiculous. Realistically, I think 60 is a good age. It gives you time to live a little bit more life. I mean, the average lifespan, if you're lucky, you live into your 80s, but a lot of folks check up out of here in the 70s, 60s, So, they get to a point where they push in retirement later and later and later. You don't have time to really enjoy, or you're having ailments or sicknesses where you can't really uh, travel and do things of that nature because you got arthritis or you got knee problems or you got diabetes. You got stuff going on where you just can't do nothing. So give people a chance to live and enjoy their little retirement checks. I mean, I'm just for 70 years old. I just hope that that was just something that was thrown out there and it's not gonna be what's going on. You guys, excuse me, I'm gonna drink some of this water because I need some. So anyway, that's something that just make you go, mm. Then you got these so-called supposed to be friends that all of a sudden you raising an eyebrow to, because you're trying to figure them out. They've been acting a little shisty, a little funny, a little different. You can't really pinpoint what, why, but it's different. It's a little shystiness going on with them, and you're not feeling it. The energy is dark. The energy used to be bright, airy, and feathery. Now it's weights of oil and big, big clutter bags of weights and just all this negativity about them. Even when they just walk in the room and don't say nothing, you just feel a different vibe. And they haven't per se did anything in particular or said anything or acted in a way. It's just the vibe and the energy has changed. Do you guys believe that different energies can be picked up with different people, and give you warnings or meanings behind that's somebody that you should kind of distance yourself from? Perhaps that's a warning that's coming, I don't know, from the spiritual realm that's saying, hey, watch out for that one. That one ain't cool. And you can't really put your finger on it. That's just like, sometimes I've had this feeling, for real though. I'll meet somebody for the first time and you just got this wonderful, gregarious energy about them. And it's like, man, they cool. I like them. They good people. You don't even really know them like that, but you just got that good vibe. Then you will meet somebody, and even the eye connection or the handshake is a little dark. You see something in their eyes that's like, ooh, something ain't right. And you don't know this person from Adam, Paul, Jam, Dunkin' Donuts, or whatever. You don't know them from none of that. And it's a darkness, especially with the eyes, because the eyes tell all. And that's why it's so important to give that eye contact, to give that firm shake, of the hands. These things are cues and energy givers to others. And sometimes we pick up on stuff that is not too cool. And, it's things that make you go, man, just shake your head, because it's like, that ain't, that was something ain't right with that. So you back away. You back away from it. That's a trip. I remember this one person I had connected with, met for the first time, and I looked them in their eyes, and I felt something that felt like it was stabbing me. I ain't lying. It just, ooh, I was like, ooh, what was that? Come to find out, that was an all bad situation right there. So that was my warning before I even got into getting to know them, that they were all bad. So, things that make you go, you guys, things that make you just shake your head and wonder, things that make you go, wow. Just take a moment and think about that. Think about what makes you go, what makes you go, wow. And we have got to be in the mix of choosing our acquaintances more effectively, choosing our surroundings and things of that nature in a better mode. Because the only thing it takes is to be in the wrong surrounding at the wrong time, and you caught up in something you didn't even know nothing about. And guess what? You all into it too, you know. And you know, another thing that makes you just go, shaking your head, wow. It's like, it's so many other things to focus on. And it seems like with these schools, these young kids, these teenagers in schools, they focus on things that is not as important. Say like you got a school in an area that's predominantly Caucasian, and you have a few African American students, and it seems like it's always pinpointing the finger at the African American students about something that they did, or perhaps it was something wrong, but the next person would have gotten a break or would have been dealt with differently. But that particular kid is being dealt with in a whole nother way. I can't stand that. Be fair. Just be fair. I'm not saying all schools are not fair. I'm not saying it happens in every school, but I've seen some things that just sometimes make me go, what? These are youngsters. They're teenagers. They're going to do things that teenagers do. They're going to, they're going to make mistakes. We are here to teach them, to direct them. And a lot of times I just don't think a chance is given in that regard or a lesson is taught. It's more or less we're going to do things to just, put all this bad stuff in your record and on your chart, and you're going to be labeled at this as this monster for the rest of your school age days. I mean, man, miss me with that. So, anyway, just in the thought today about these different things that just make you really, really trip. And as far as relationships, you got these situations where, and I see it all the time, people have unique, solid relationships with who they're with. And the things that they're complaining to their girlfriends or their guy friends about is very minute. And there's people out there who wish they could even have a chance to work out an issue with somebody, even have somebody in their life. But you got folks complaining about the craziest things. I knew somebody who actually was getting ready to break up and complaining about the toilet seat. He don't put the toilet seat down, and I've told him to put it down 1,000 times. I've almost fell inside the commode 1,000 times going to the bathroom late night. Now, his argument to that is, when you get through using it, why you don't put it up? Why does a man have to be the one to always put it down to accommodate the woman? Why can't the woman just put it up? And the bottom line is, yeah, we should look before we sit down on the toilet, men or women. But they were literally getting ready to break up over a toilet seat being put up or down. Really? Really? There's people out here in relationships that's making it work that don't have no toilets. They don't even have no place to stay. I saw a couple of homeless folks. They was on the side of the mountain, side of the hill, sitting up there getting it in, getting down, doing some clap, 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 clap on the side of the hill. Had their little tent, had their little blankets. They didn't have no toilet. I don't know where they was going to the bathroom at. They didn't have no house. They didn't have nothing. And they were still together, loving and clapping with each other. So, you have to choose your battles in your relationships with one another. You have to choose your battles. Some things are not worth you even sitting up, taking the time to argue about or to be talking about you leaving somebody about. Doesn't make you go, And that outside person, like, they just don't know what they got. They just don't know what to do. That person need to be over here with me, and I'll make sure they know that I know what to do. And that's usually what happens. You got the outside bird that's looking at how you flapping. As soon as you start flapping right, they gonna fly on in there and start flapping right. Especially those who go off and mouth off and talk about everything that's going on in their situation. They telling all the business. From how they clapping, when they clapping, to how much money they man or they woman is bringing home, to what bills they paying, to what trips they going on, who paid for, where they going, what happened when they got back, what happened when they went, how much money is in the bank, who's putting more money in the bank when you get paid. I mean, just telling all the business. And the other person is just taking notes. Mm-hmm. I'll wait. Other person is just taking notes. Taking notes on all the business you spilling. And then you come down to the point of you want to leave. I want to leave the situation because they not doing this. I want to leave the situation because I asked him to do the dishes when I cook, and he said he don't do dishes. Well, if he ain't doing dishes now, he probably wasn't doing dishes before you got with him, or before you married him, or before you started living with him. When you went to his apartment, you probably seen the sink always filled up with dishes. You probably went over there and washed some of his dishes. So why you think he gonna do dishes now? And then you gonna use that as a stipulation to, well, perhaps I should just leave this situation because they not doing what I need them to do. Just small stuff. If you ended up focusing in on the right things before you got to that serious level with that person, the right things for you, then you would have identified that this is going to be a problem, Houston, and I may not can do this because, look, I like somebody that's going to wash the dishes after I cook, and you not. Okay? These are things that you identify early. I like somebody who wants to clap every other night, if not every night, and you're a once every 2 weeks person. Didn't you know that when you first got together? I'm quite sure it was signs there telling you that they wasn't as highly motivated in that area of clapping than you were. There were signs. There was times they were saying no, not tonight. I'm tired. I'll work late. I ain't. Look, girl, you ain't about to drain me of all my energy. No, I ain't doing that. No, we're gonna wait. Let's wait till the weekend. Here it is Monday, and they saying let's wait till the weekend. So you got the whole week to go and be miserable. You knew that in the beginning. Just totally frustrated. Now you're frustrated, and you want to leave or you want to cheat. You want to leave or you want to cheat. Who wants a cheater? Why go out there and cheat? For what? So you can get another situation going on? I know somebody who recently cheated. Man, they got a whole book they can write. That situation is from hell. You know, they got the bugaboo, they got the person threatening them, they got the person that gave them STD, they got the person that's saying they may be pregnant, they got all this. I'm going to the people. I'm turning you in for child support. I'm going to say that you did this to me and I didn't want you to do it to me. I mean, they got a whole hell book to write. Why? Because they stepped out and cheated with somebody that they thought was hot. Yeah, they was hot, all right. They was hot in a different kind of way. Mm-hmm. So it ain't worth all that. It ain't worth all that cheating. Wait till you can get to know and you can identify certain qualities and characteristics about a person that will put you in the realm of wanting to take a chance on getting to know or be with that person. Don't just step out just because lusting came in the midst of it and they look good and you wanted to try that out. No, no, no. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Things that make you go, and just shake your head. You know what I'm saying? It just makes you shake your head. And I'm really hot on the relationship thing. I'm really hot on the friendship thing when it comes to friendship and loyalty, when it comes to loving someone that's dear to you. I'm really hot on that. Those are very important things to me. Family, love, commitment, loyalty, all that's very important to me. So whenever my spirit is bothered about that, I'm going to talk about it. I'm gonna bring that up because I think as you get more mature in life and the quality of things start to matter to you, those are unique things that start to matter to you. You feel what I'm saying? So when I get these little, and some people, it's just straight up jealous. I'm just gonna put it out there. They jealous of you, your accomplishments. They're jealous of how you're looking, what you're doing, what you got, what you gonna get, what you trying to get. They just jealous. And they will never admit it, but that's what it is. So there's a certain amount of admiration about you, based on them on the outside looking in, and they want to be a part of you, but they don't really know how. And you just go, They don't know how. So therefore, they sit up and they plot and have these internal reasons that they want to always kind of keep something churning and stirred up with you or about you. And then they want to discuss and talk about you to others. That's not a friend. That's not a friend. As far as I'm concerned, that's an enemy. But they say keep your enemies close, right? Keep them closer. So I see that as an enemy. Somebody that will backstab you in some way or another, I don't care how little or big it is an enemy. Because when you're not paying attention and your back is turned, or when you are doing things that may require some support in some kind of way, they can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. And if a person can't be trusted, you don't need them in your circle. Things that make you go, You don't need nothing in your circle that's dark. I was talking to someone earlier about working in an environment where the energy is so thick and dark, where nobody's speaking, nobody is getting along with each other, and you just feel out of sorts. You don't even feel like getting out the bed and going to work because the dynamics is so negatively thick. We are at work, especially when you're dealing with corporate America. And if you're doing your own business, you do have business partners and associates and employees and stuff going on where it's a team effort. Even in college, they make you do projects that you come together with as a team, as a group. Why? Because in order to make things succeed and to make things happen and move, it takes a group of people going in the same direction and trying to work on the same common goals. So you have to be able to work together with people. And with corporate America, you come to work, you're at work more than you are with your own family. So the difference between a dark energy place and one that's filled with light and bright and people who decently get along with each other because they have to on the work environment level, that doesn't mean necessarily they have to be hanging out every weekend with each other. But when they come to work, they come together. They come together for the common good and they make it happen. Better environment. It makes for a better, friendly, more comfortable work environment. That dark stuff, I don't do dark. I don't do dark. And I can smell it, taste it, breathe it, see it from a distance. And once I start feeling some kind of way about it, I got to get away from it. I like bright and light. That's what I like. So on that note, y'all, I done talked enough about a few things that make you go, just make you go, think about those things. Think about them. Think about where you're at right now in your life and with your associations and how people make you feel, how situations make you feel. Think about that retirement. Think about what you're passionate about. You don't want to work for nobody until you're 70 years old. You may want to work for yourself and be doing what you want to do, what you're passionate about, what makes you happy, what makes you feel complete. Think about those things and start coming up with a plan to take you there. 65, 70 is really too old to be working for corporate America. Okay? That was a big one on my mind today. So anyway, I got to get back, y'all. Hope you have a wonderful, bright day. I hope this video is a little better where it's not moving and blurry and all that. If it is, I'm going to have to try to figure out what's going on here. So you guys have a good day. This is Donna Smith, a.k.a. Lady D. And I'm going to be back at you most likely tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye.